So it's looking like no rifle in Milton. Anywhere. At least not in any of the usual, obvious, easy to think of places. But maybe a battery. Hello Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of The Long Dark in our Against All Odds series. So, we are here in the, in a lot of ways, where the game begins, if you're a story mode player, but for those of us who have been around since the sandbox days, not really. Not really at all. But, this is where we are. I did pick up another aviator cap, which I don't need. Let's go ahead and harvest that for the extra leather. Can't ever go wrong with extra leather, although at this point I probably have more than I know what to do with. Also have a lot of sticks that are not necessary, especially when you consider how encumbered I am. So let's maybe add those to the fire just to get rid of them. Still carrying around a great many things, as Palpatine would say. Yeah, everyone was thinking it. I just decided to go ahead and say it. So, yeah, I've already refueled the lantern, just did that. I probably will end up dropping that jerry can because don't need it. And I just did. Okay. I do have the new insulated flask, which means, by the way, we're going to go ahead and get rid of the old insulated flask. Now, it's interesting. I'm noticing that these have condition. I'm going to go ahead and drop it, but I just want to note that real quick. Like, they have condition. So, does that... To me, that implies... Can they fail? Is it possible, somehow, that an insulated flask can stop functioning normally? I don't know. Now, if I eat these sardines... Risks were taken, and everything's fine. Okay, so now that I've gotten rid of a little bit of the extra weight, I'm still carrying some stuff around. Let's keep searching this area here, because I didn't really finish looting. There are still some containers that could be chopped up and cut up and generally opened that could yield goodies. Alright, I'll check the briefcase, but it's mainly the boxes. I've already checked the backpack. I'm going to double check everything. Thankfully, we're plenty warm and continue to get warmer. Already checked that first aid kit. Okay, reclaimed wood. Now, I would imagine, this fire that we've started here is going to last a good while at this point. So there's an argument to be made, especially since we have so many things curing. There's an argument to be made for just pouring all this excess wood on the fire, staying here for the night, and not feeling bad about it. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Because what I'd like to do, as I sort of hinted at the beginning of the episode, let's go ahead and chop this up. What I'd like to do is head back to Milton proper. Ooh. Hello, cargo pants that I would never have found if not for chopping up all the boxes. That's why you do that, by the way. In case anyone was thinking, why are you chopping up everything? Is there a point? In the newer zones, yes. And maybe even in the older zones now. I haven't fully finished verifying that, but of course, you know, there's been a loot table refresh, and in the newer zones, it's a lot more common for stuff to be in boxes that you can break down. It wasn't really a thing when the game first came out. Okay. Yeah, so now we can actually, like, just sleep for the remainder of the night. Do I have a book I can read? I don't think I actually do. That's unfortunate. Because that would be nice. But there might be some things that I can do otherwise to pass the time. There may also be some things I can cook. I can cook the potatoes. I mean, the potatoes I have. Let's go ahead and just eat some stuff so as to keep starvation at bay. I can cook. Yeah, you know what? That's what I'll do. I've got a lot of coffee on me, and it makes sense to go ahead and crank up my cooking skill while I can. I don't have enough water to cook as much coffee as I'm going to need to cook. So we're going to go ahead and melt some snow. No. There we go. Let's sort the other way. I swear, that is my most recently discovered and yet most favorite long dart game hack. How many times have you scrolled into, not literal hack, but just like quality of life trick. How many times have you scrolled to the bottom of the menu every single time to get to the cup of coffee, not realizing that you could just reverse the sort by clicking the button twice? And tin of coffee is at the top of the list. It's glorious. You're welcome. Okay, so one thing I'm going to do as I finish these, 2 at a time, is I'm going to go to my tools, if I can find it. I swear, I do not know where this thing is. There it is. Yeah, I can't. I'm not used to looking for it yet, so it just doesn't appear to me the way that it should somehow. It's difficult to explain, but there it is. Now I realize that, like, this isn't going to stay warm for the entire night, but I'm just putting it in the insulated flask to get some practice with using that thing. Okay, interesting. So when I just noticed that for the first time. Check this out. So it looks like there's a meter on there, and I literally hadn't noticed that until just now. I've managed to avoid noticing that entirely. So here's the next question. If that's the case, if we drop this, can we put the insulated flask near the fire? Hold on. I kind of doubt that would work. I kind of doubt it, you know? It's a nice thought, but I don't think that's going to work. Let's go ahead and... Alright, is that it? Is that all my coffee? Really? I thought I had more coffee than that. Or did I just cook a lot more coffee than I realized? It's good, though, because I still... Yeah, that was all my water. That was exactly... Okay, yeah, I don't think it really affected the temperature of the flask. Thankfully, now that I've gotten a bit more coffee heated up, I might as well put it all in there. Let's verify this real quick. Make sure that I'm not losing my mind. Yeah, so you can see that, you know, it's hot to a degree. I don't need to actually drink anything right now, but I might be able to when I wake up. Let's go ahead and pick that up, and we will drink that water, which will give us what we need to get through the night. So, I can put this thing down. I don't need to, per se. I really don't, on account of the fact, and matter of fact, I'm not going to, because I just don't need to. Well, let's sleep for 6 hours. Get about 5 and change. And upon waking up... What was that noise? Is this cave haunted? I feel like this cave is haunted. Okay. Still have 5 hours, 41 minutes on the fire. Plenty hungry. I'm going to eat these sardines while they're 33% condition. No food poisoning from either can of sardines, despite the fact that we had yellow lettering, or yellow numbering, I should say. That's pretty fantastic. And I do have... Okay. Wait a minute. There is one more... Oh, I didn't have enough water. I didn't have enough water. I didn't have enough water. That makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, that was the last of my coffee. Oh, wow. Alright, so I can chop this up. Just to make sure the fire is going for as long as I need it to. Now it's definitely warm enough. And I can drink all of that. We're going to have perfect condition. I might, while I'm hanging out by this fire, hold on. Now that these cargo pants are in better shape, one thing I can definitely do is I can repair all my stuff. Thank God. Alright, so that's 88%. Jeans underneath. Okay, we'll do the rest in the menu. Let's get those all the way to 100. Oh, it finally failed. We've had so many successful repairs in a row. It's been surprising, to tell you the truth. But I can't really complain. Because we've had, just over the past calendar year, can't believe it's 2024, by the way. Holy crap. What even is time? Am I really out of cloth? Okay, I'm out of cloth. Surprise. We've had so many instances where, like, just repeated failures in a row where I've just sat there going, and we all know how it feels, but it's like, really? Really, Jennifer? Are you serious? This is what you're going to do to me right now. You were sewing fine yesterday. What happened to your fingers today? I'm confused, Jennifer. Explain it to me. Let's go ahead and... I really am hard on her in a way that she doesn't deserve. And I want to acknowledge that and fully just kind of own that as a human being. While also acknowledging that it's a completely fictional, somewhat satirical person that I'm referring to. I say somewhat satirical because I call... First of all, there's no name for this character, right? It's technically Astrid, but this is the generic female survivor in a sandbox playthrough. But I've always known the voice actors by their names because I'm a Mass Effect fan. Therefore, we call her Jennifer. Them's the rules. That's just the way it goes. Alright, woke up fully rested. Seems like the weather is not particularly fantastic. I mean, hopefully it'll be a little bit more fantastic, but you know what I could do before I leave? I could... Well, hold on. Let's test the thermos placement thing one more time. Oh, interesting. It snaps on top of the firestones, but it doesn't actually let you place it. Okay, so if we put it right there, and we let it sit for a second. Let's do something else here. Do I need to cook anything else? I kind of doubt it. I really don't. I could. Wouldn't hurt. Let's go ahead and cook some tomato soup. Pass time till ready. Eat it, and that way we get the hot food bonus. We're warming up. Okay, yeah. Sitting the insulated flask by the fire currently does not do anything. I would not be surprised to see that change before development on the Long Dark slows down too much. And I almost don't want to say those words out loud. Maybe I just shouldn't. Everyone's like, shut up, Hadrian. Let's not think about that. Let's just not go there, okay? Why'd you have to bring that up? I know. I'm sorry. It's really not necessary to drop all these, but I'm carrying a lot of stuff. I also have a lot of painkillers again, including after having dropped some. Okay, I'm pretty happy with the condition of my stuff. I'm not happy with that torch, though, and I got plenty more time on this fire, so let's just... I'm not going to keep them with me. Okay, we'll take that. That's a 33% torch. We'll run with it. Anything else that I forgot to grab? Let's just triple check as I head out the door here, figuratively speaking. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Hinterland add that. I really wouldn't. Regardless of when development will slow down. Because that's something that just makes a lot of sense, and hopefully would not be too challenging to implement. I, like many of us, have learned the hard way. Not just with The Long Dark, but with games in general. And with, like, online discourse, especially as a content creator. You never want to assume about what's going to be easy to implement. Just because a feature seems simple. You don't want to, you know, come at, say, for example, the head of studio for one of your favorite survival games of all time and suggest, like, hey, wouldn't this be easy? You should do it. Because you might get a reply you don't expect. You might get put in your place. You might learn. I mean, as they say, pardon my French, but you fuck around, you find out. So it's important to remember that. It might not be as simple of an implementation as we might think, but hopefully it would be simple, right? And then they could do it with relative ease without derailing any other priorities. Although, to be fair, in a small studio, any expenditure of just development time, coding time, work has to come from somewhere, you know? All right, let's first of all get the bow out, because, by the way, just want to acknowledge this is not ideal travel time. It seems like a blizzard might be on its way in, and we have a wolf. On top of the blizzard, we have a wolf probably right in front of us here. I could shoot the wolf if I need to, but I don't particularly need to. The only reason that I would want to look for a wolf, or would want to kill for a wolf, is damn it. The only reason that I would want to kill a wolf, is if I saw in its, like, radius a sapling that I needed to harvest, because I don't have all my maple saplings yet. Now, I know for a fact there are some locations that I haven't thoroughly scavenged yet in this zone. I've scavenged most of the locations where the rifle is likely to be found, but I'm very confident I'll be able to find another sapling or two. It's likely, but I mean, maybe it won't happen, but I'm very confident. Maybe I should just stick to my usual reasonably confident and leave it at that. But I'm very confident. Take it or leave it. That we're going to find another sapling. I'm going to hang a right. I don't know quite where the wolf wandered. I'm also looking for a sapling as I do this, by the way. Another advantage of the fact that I'm hanging out by this wall is not just that I'm trying to avoid aggroing the wolf, it's also that I'm staying out of the wind. Okay, I hear you. I think I can dodge you. Let's go. Nice. Okay, I've already looked around here for saplings, but I'll do it one more time. Because you never know. I'm going to even check up here, off the beaten path. Hopefully not piss the wolf off on the very edge of its patrol range. That would be annoying. But I just don't want to stay out here too long because it's cold. And this is a game in which, you know, winter is kind of a factor. So, I'm going to try to pay attention to that. Okay. I do not see a sapling anywhere, which makes me sad. But bright side is we're making a second pass through this entire area as we travel through. So anything I might have missed the first time, I'm less likely to miss the second time. Okay, so now we have hypothermia risk. We could lose a little bit of condition. That's fine. It's completely fine. Everything is fine. Hadrian is fine. And the comment section is on fire for some reason. Now that I've said that. Okay, I'm going to take this opportunity while I'm up here just to survey real quick. I can hop down Skyrim style rather than climbing here, which is nice. Now, I did look up here, but... Wait, is that a... Oh, no, that's a rock. That's a low level of detail rock. That's what that is. Yeah, so I searched here before. We have some bunnies hanging out, some cattails. I know it's mind-blowing, but I just don't need those cattails right now. Especially given that it's pretty cold. I'm not going to worry about grabbing those at the moment. I'm just really trying to spot and keep my head on a swivel for any saplings. Here. Not seeing them though, and we are back in friendly territory. Let's move a little faster. Now another thing I could do, can always just, you know, do this. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, there's a sapling. See, that just goes to show you how rarely I map. Look, I'm a vanilla Long Dark player. I've been playing forever, and I've been playing since before mapping was a thing. And Polaroids have been in the game for years now. That doesn't mean that I've just happily adjusted. I have my ways. I've changed some of them, but most of them are quite contentedly the same, much to the chagrin of half or more of my community. So, yeah, if I'd remembered that, you know, I had found the Polaroid and had used it at the appropriate moment, that would have been a great way. So if you're new to the Long Dark, hopefully you can learn from my veteran newbie moment. Oh my god. Yep, well, now we know where the saplings are. And there's probably more than just that one. We're just gonna look once I'm inside. Which again, now that I'm thinking about it, I use the map screen so rarely. Just for context, you know, Long Dark hasn't always had a map screen, so there was a time when you just had to know your way around. That's the time that I'm from. I've played the game plenty since it's had a map screen. But now that I'm thinking about it, like, wait, when I'm inside, will I be able to use the map screen? I genuinely don't know. I have no idea. I think I will. I should be able to. Hopefully. Okay, good. There we go. Alright, so... maple sapling down by... it's close to the farmstead. Okay? Another burdock root. A birch sapling up by the church. Birch is not what I need, though. Is there another maple sapling anywhere? There is. Okay. Well, that's not what I wanted to see. But at the same time, you know what? That's okay. That's okay. Now I know where my saplings are, which means, by the way, the travois is now within sight because we no longer have... I'm just laughing at myself. I can't not after that shenaniganry. I need to rest for a bit. I'm going to go upstairs and sleep. Now that I know where the saplings are, we just have to go get them, which is easy. We can even, like, put some stuff down and go get them and kind of travel quickly. So, yeah, let's just sleep for 3 hours. We'll regain a bit of condition. Should have drank some tea there. That would have been nice. But the 3 hours alone should still be pretty good, given that I didn't lose that much condition. Hypothermia risk? Yeah, we're good. We are fine. Now, that coffee is going to be cold, unfortunately. But I'll drink some. Honestly, that was a bit of a waste, because I'm already wide awake. But, I mean, who doesn't want coffee right when they wake up. Actually, I'm not a coffee drinker, but, you know, I'm just saying it with empathy for all of those of you who are. I was doing that for you. I was doing it for you. Tea drinkers for the win. Okay. I think I'm ready to head out. I know I definitely have some stuff here. But tell you what. As promised, since I'm going to be coming back, why not go ahead? We're going to place a skillet there. We're going to place a cooking pot there. Place another recycled can there as well, because I don't need to carry all those recycled cans. And I think I will even drop the sticks here by the door. So let's drop those. This means that, I mean, we have everything we need but the saplings. So we just need those 2 more saplings and we're good to go. And all that's required at that point is passing time. So the first one is on the river. Oh, that's easy. Okay. Now, we do have a blizzard, but it's okay. We're actually going to use this to our advantage. I know it's a little loud, and it's obnoxious, but we're going to use this to our advantage. We're going to use this to travel. Another thing I need to do while I'm here. Okay, that's... okay. I'll check for batteries later. That hood is broken, obviously. Now, I might actually duck back into the farmhouse, but it's actually... the main problem here, I'm not getting that cold that fast, so hypothermia is not going to be a huge issue for me here. The main issue is going to be damage to my clothes from hanging out too long doing this, which I would like to try to avoid. Alright, so let's grab that sapling so we can GTFO. But for those of you newer to the game who don't know what I mean when I say use it to our advantage, there's no wildlife right now. So we can just freely run around the world without caution, except for the caution that we have about our condition. And it's nice. Alright, I think the sapling should be right here. Yep. Oh wow, there's 2 of them. Okay, I don't have to go anywhere. Perfect. That's incredible streamer luck. And honestly, it's kind of rude. But I'll take it. I'm actually going to go back to town. It is cold, but you know what? It's worth it to get these ready, because now all we need to do is find some other things to do. Specifically find a battery, which we might even still find this episode if we're lucky. We don't need the battery for the travois.
Oh, so cold.
Alright, so there's my hypothermia risk. Gotta get back inside as soon as possible. We'll try to do that to the best of my ability. I am still realizing there are a few locations I could check for the rifle, but again, as I said at the opening of the episode, the obvious ones have been checked. That's a fact. I'm actually going to check one right now, though. I'm going to run up here. I would honestly be very surprised if I found a rifle where I'm about to look. But I'm going to check nevertheless. Oof. This place is a little grim, always, when you come and visit. Alright, so there's a bedroll here. That's nice. I'll grab that firewood just on principle. Grab the coal, again, on principle. And let's get back to Grey Mother's. Yeah, if you don't know the context behind the schoolhouse being burned out, it's mentioned. It is certainly mentioned. Okay. So that's the car that I couldn't check. This one I can't either, unfortunately. I'm not necessarily going to go back to Grey Mother's. I want to actually duck into a house here and get some cover. Actually, you know, I take that back. I'm going to go back to Grey Mother's because I want to drop these saplings in the right place and just have them curing as soon as possible. It's a little loud. Just the way we like it. That's a joke. We don't like it this way. But it does keep us on our toes. Okay. Saplings. On the ground. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, remind me, where are my other saplings? Right here. Oh my goodness. Everything I need. Now, the last thing that I might need to do is that in the church, I have those guts curing. So, that's something. I am kind of hungry. Let's just drink this orange soda for now, and maybe eat the sardines while they're at 92% condition and relatively safe. We're going to do that. And last but not least, hang on. Yeah, let's go ahead and research that. Beautiful. I can pop that right back in the cabinet. Oh, there's the... Were those already red? Why didn't those show previously? Did I just overlook them? Wow. Oh yeah, that one has been red. This one hasn't, though. That's interesting. I can probably get most of that one done, too. Why wouldn't I get most of that one done? It makes so much sense. That's cooking skill. Like, yes, please. We're not going to... Okay. Yeah, it's going to be too dark. Dang it. 2 hours. Rude. However, before I wrap this episode up, we're going to go looking for something real quick. Hopefully the wildlife is not too frisky when I do this. Could be. Oh. The light is actually pretty good at the moment. Alright, so those have been checked. There could be a battery that way. I'm going to keep looking in town. Let's get the revolver out, just to be clear. Miss Alani was asking in the comment section on the last one if it's a reliable indicator. I think it was a question out of genuine curiosity and not a hint. He's asking if it was a reliable indicator of a battery being present in a car if the car lights up during an aurora. And I don't think that's the case. But I know... There's our battery. I know this car was lighting up during the aurora. So... that would be an interesting sort of thing to think about. Did I just forget to search these cars? Or is it because... I suppose what's been going through my mind... God, this thing's heavy. Let's go ahead and get back to Grey Mother's. I suppose what's been going through my mind when I've come this way each time is, like, get to Grey Mother's through the back alley, avoid the wolves as much as possible. I think that's been my thinking. 33 pounds. Carry weight currently 132.99. Love that. Love everything about it. But we found all the things. All the things. Every last one of them. It's great. I can even grab some snacks from inside, from the fridge, when I get back inside. Which will be in another 10 minutes. Because this battery that I'm carrying. I can even grab some snacks and be well fed before I go to sleep. And get enough sleep to maybe even recover most of my condition. Probably not all, but most, unless, of course, I drank some of that tea, which I will probably drink on principle now that I've brought it up. I'm not even going to leave this thing inside. We're just going to drop it there. Step inside, get the lantern out. Now a couple of things. Oh, wrong way. Kitchen's this way. New condensed milk. That sounds perfect to me. We still have the MREs too. Oh my god, there's so many potatoes. Good lord. And so much water. I'm going to go ahead and grab half of that just to have it. And then we'll head upstairs. Slip in here. And last but not least, a little bit of condensed milk. That will mostly take care of our thirst, but I'm going to drink a little bit more just to top that off. We're going to sleep for about, what, 7 hours, I think? Maybe? Nope, just kidding. 6. We're going to sleep for 6 hours. And the sun might just be barely coming up. We do have some reading to finish, though, so there's that. We'll do it at the beginning of the next episode. There's our save point, and let's see about the sun. Nope, still nighttime. But for now, I'll go ahead and wrap this one up here. In the next one, we will be on the road to having a travois. Finally, less than 20 episodes in, at least. Happy about that. But, like, how lucky is it that we managed to find 2 saplings in one spot? Because maple saplings don't typically spawn in multiples, especially not on the code that I typically play on, which is the lowest possible vegetation setting. So that's a very, very nice kind of change of scenery for me, so to speak. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. For channel emotes and member badges, look for the join button to learn more. New episodes drop every day but Wednesday at 1 p.m. US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome, so leave your thoughts below. And I'll see you next time.